Hey Calais Garage fans, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, here are some anti-theft measures and tips to protect your VF Commodore. Let's go.
Duck's guts.
Hey Calais Garage fans, well unfortunately this is not the sort of video that I like to do. I like to teach you about what to do to modify your Commodore, not to prevent the bloody thing getting stolen. But the VF Commodore is now Australia's most stolen vehicle, up there with the Hilux and the Land Cruiser and the VE as well, and it's really unfortunate. In fact, in Victoria, it is the most stolen vehicle. So I can't stand by and watch all these cars getting stolen without offering some advice. That's what today's video is all about. Let's go. All right, let's talk about some anti-theft measures. Well, the first measure is keep it out of sight. Now, a lot of people park the Commodore on the street or in their driveway, and these little cretins can drive by and be quite opportunistic and thieve it. So the first thing is keep it out of sight. Now, out of sight means either put a car cover on it, put it in a garage, under a carport, or jam other cars in front of it so these little clowns can't get their grubby little hands on it. All right, once it is out of sight and out of mind, and it's in a garage, locked away, let's talk about protecting the garage. Now, one of the things about being locked in the garage is that it might be behind some roller doors, but these roller doors are easy to open for those little cretins. So what you can do is on the inside is actually use an extra lock and lock the bottom of the roller door to the slab. That's a really good technique. The other thing is making sure that all your access doors are locked from the inside and out, and that way you can't let people into the garage. In the garage bollards are a fantastic investment, either outside the roller door or inside, and I've never heard about a criminal getting an angle grinder and cutting these things out. They typically go between 400 to 600 deep into the slab, and I've got big extractor bolts that actually lock the bollard into place, so they're impossible to get out unless you've got a key. The other thing you can do to protect your garage is to have an alarm fitted. Now, you can have a magnetic strip fitted to the bottom of the roller door that actually gets triggered when the roller door goes up or a door gets accessed. You can have internal motion sensors, all of which can either go back to base or to your phone or to any other mobile device, and that way you'll be advised when the alarm goes off, as well as screeches inside the garage, which make it very unpleasant and will obviously alert neighbours and the authorities if there is an actual break-in. Now, just so they get access to your garage, the next thing that these little cretins will do will typically snip just inside the driver's wheel arch. There's where the horn is located. They'll snip that and then they'll try and actually get access to the car, and then they'll go after the OBD port. So what you can do is either relocate that horn so that you actually get the horn going off so they don't go and find it. You can actually put some gauze in there to stop them from snipping it. But the best thing to do is protect that OBD port. Now, OBD port can be protected with an actual locking latch mechanism over the front of it. You can relocate the OBD to somewhere else in the car where they'll never find it. Well, at least they'll take them a long time to find it. And the other thing is using programming software and to actually lock the actual OBD software firmware in itself. Companies like OBD Sync have got some pretty fantastic products in this space, and that way even if they do get access to the OBD port, it'll be jammed up. They won't be able to access the software and reprogram a key. Inside your Commodore, you can have a think about a bunch of other things like steering locks and pedal locks and all this other stuff. An idea that we've got is that many of these modern EFI cars need vital components in around the coil-pack region, if you know what I'm talking about. And if you unplug or actually remove some of these components, they'll never start it. And I don't know of any car thief that walks around with a spare LS motor and will try and use bits of their motor to get yours started. It'll be too difficult and they'll just walk away. Just so you've done all these steps, and unfortunately these criminals have got ingenious ways of getting their hands on, their grubby little hands on removing your beloved vehicle. The only thing you can do is have some sort of tracking devices fitted and use multiple technologies if you can. Some of these little cretins have got scanners and blockers and all this sort of stuff. So try and use as many different techniques as you can, hide them in the car. And the ultimate protection here is if you do lose your Commodore, make sure it's insured. All right, pretty rapid fire video here, bunch of tips. Let me know what you think in the comments. Use a bunch of these if you want. I think they all need to be used in conglomeration with each other. You can't just choose one and think that you've got a safe solution. Let me know what you've done. Unfortunately, we are where we are given it's the most stolen car in Australia, and we all have to help each other out. Catch you later.